What's up? I'm back. It's been a few weeks since the last video. Not really much happened since then. I ordered some parts, but not all of them, just because money is just a problem sometimes. So but I got something in this package right here. I'm gonna unpack that now and we're gonna install it. It was pretty pricey, but we're gonna come to that later. And then there's a little surprise, I guess, in this video. Something that I didn't even expect when I shot the last video, so it was a surprise for me as well. But well, we crossed that bridge when we come to it. So we start with the package. Let's go. Well, let's open this bad boy up. So that's the invoice. So yeah, if you might be able to see, those are the rear window sealings or seals. Brand new, original BMW parts, way too expensive for some rubber seals. But I needed them, so yeah, I got them. Those were about 200 euros. But I didn't get any easy alternative to them, so yeah, I just got them and bit the bullet on this one. Yeah, I'll put the links down in the video description and the part numbers if somebody were to need them, but I don't recommend buying them for 200 euros. But yeah, old cars just have old parts, and well, they don't get any cheaper. But we're gonna throw these on and clean the rear window a little bit, and then we'll move on. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so like you saw, well, actually the camera is not like level, but I don't care. As you saw, I replaced the rear seals on the car. The left, upper and right one are one part, and the lower one is one part, and the lower one I think cost me 90 euros, and the upper three parts, they cost around 110 euros. With free shipping at least, but I didn't get any stickers, so yeah, that's a bad price in my opinion, but I had to do it. So yeah, not so sure about that purchase, but yeah, new seals are on, they fit pretty well. They are original BMW parts, so yeah, at least that's something. Not that there were any other parts that would have fit, so yeah. I'm filming this here because there was one guy down there just sitting in his car for half an hour and watching what I was doing, and then he started to sit on a bank to watch even more what I was doing, so it felt weird talking there. So, but I don't know if I'm the weirdo or he is. Maybe we both are. I can't decide on that really. So yeah, but for the surprise part of this video, I'm gonna move places anyway, so I'm gonna just get dressed and I'll see you at the other location. Alright, now we get a little bit more privacy. I'm out here on the field, so I guess I should not be disturbed by anybody. Maybe some bicyclists, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, you may be recognized by my clothing. I'm not driving a car. because I bought something unnecessary and something stupid. I bought a motorbike. Yeah, as you can see, it's not something special, just a small little Honda NTV 650 as it's called, and it got this little special thing. It's the reveal, whatever that's supposed to mean. Yeah, so I bought a motorcycle. For those of you who didn't know, which well basically should be anybody, I used to ride motorcycles back in the day, a few years back. I had a little 125 Aprilia, and then I had a Suzuki SV 650S. Yeah, and then I sold that Suzuki and didn't buy any new bike. I just drove the Aprilia RSV Mille from my uncle. But I didn't own any bike myself. But now, after 2 years, I'm kind of in the mood for riding a bike again. So I got this small little thing, and I know it doesn't look like much. That's because it isn't. But it's enough for me to drive around and do a tour on. So let me give you a little round tour. This bike is from 1991. As you can notice by the very small indicators on the front and on the back. Well, the monolight, I think that's pretty cool actually. We got some very big chrome mirrors. Those might be a little old school as well. Got that V-twin motor, 57 horsepower actually. So yeah, not that fast, but enough to drive around. We got this thing, because this doesn't have fuel gauge, so I just turn this on when I drive, and when the bike turns off because the fuel's empty, I turn it on the reserve and have to go to fuel up, and otherwise it's on off because of the little gasser things. Like, this doesn't have direct injection. That's why it also still has a choke for the cold start. So yeah, and the little gasser things, I don't know what I call it in English, but yeah, they're just gonna run full with fuel if that little gauge is not set on off when the bike's standing still. Well, then we actually have a drive shaft. We don't have a chain, so less service for me, which is pretty cool actually, because I just don't have to look after it. The drive shaft just works. It's just a little bit heavy, but well, this bike doesn't really matter. Then we got a not so pretty like back part of the bike. Again, it's 33 years old, so it's not supposed to be anything pretty. We got a short exhaust, and the rear wheel is only attached by one side. Don't actually know what it's called in English, but it's like a one-arm swing. That's what we call it in Germany, roughly translated. But yeah, like this side is not fixed, only the other side is. The Ducatis have that usually. We don't have any catalytic converters because it's an old bike, so we just got straight pipe into the exhaust, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's about it, I guess. Fuel tank's a bit scuffed up, as you can see. Yeah, not the prettiest thing in the world, but it works for me. So yeah, the only big issue I have is that the seat is not an original seat. This was covered by some leather specialist guy 20 years ago, and yeah, there was more of this type of leather on here, but it was ripped apart in the middle. And well, I've been driving the bike for a few days now, and then it ripped apart totally, and I just ripped off what I could. So yeah, it just looks like this. It works, but it's not pretty. But that's the whole thing about this bike. I don't want it to be pretty. I just want this to drive, and that it does really well. Let me see. It has about 66,600 kilometers on it, and I drove on it the low one, the 560 546 kilometers until I have it. It's about 1 week. I have the bike pretty much, pretty exactly 1 week. So yeah, I've been just driving around my place and just cruising and figuring out how to drive a motorcycle again. Yeah, but on this bike, let me turn you around. On this bike, I'm gonna drive a tour through Austria down to Italy. At least that's the plan for now. I don't know when I'm gonna do the tour, probably in about a month, 1.5, because it's just still in planning. And it's a pretty spontaneous thing, as I just bought the bike a week ago and I didn't have any planning for it. But on that tour I will be taking a friend of mine. There was a fly on my arm. I will be taking a friend of mine. He has a bike as well. We drove a tour through Austria a few years back, so yeah, we're gonna do this again, but this time down to Italy. But yeah, we'll come to this when the planning is actually finished. So yeah, I don't want to promise anything and then don't hold up to it. So yeah, and I'm gonna get a little GoPro set up for the helmet, and then I'm just gonna take you with me and show you the pleasures of riding a bike. But fear not, this is not gonna be a motorcycle channel or anything. I'm still gonna work on the Beamer, but I'm just gonna have to get some parts which cost money, and yeah, I'm gonna have to earn money before I buy them. So yeah, well, and again, you might think I might have spent a little much on this bike because I just could buy parts for my Beamer, but I spent 600 euros on this bike with TUV until next year November. Full service history, everything. So it's a pretty good deal for 600 euros to get a drivable bike that is serviced and everything. So yeah, again, I'm gonna fix the Beamer and I'm gonna obviously do some videos on that. But for the last few summer months I'm gonna drive my bike and I'm gonna take you with me and I'll figure out how this GoPro setup will work on my helmet. And then we're gonna drive the tour through Austria down to Italy and then on some nice little mountain roads. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Hope I could tell you a little bit of interesting stuff. And I'm gonna drive back home because it's damn hot outside. I'm sweating, you probably can see. So yeah, I want to say thank you for watching and have a good time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.